What's up guys, Sarus here, and okay, so I was gonna do a Let's Play today. I was gonna play Homesick. It's an extremely atmospheric game, and it's one that I've had since, I think I bought it last year, and I've never really gotten around to playing it. I wanted to play it today, because it really is kind of a fascinating game to play, and my computer is having a brain aneurysm. It's time to get a new computer. A new desktop. My laptop works just fine. My desktop is almost 6 years old. And for computers, that's old, technology-wise. It's running on... It's running a graphics card that it technically wasn't built for. It's playing games that it wasn't really meant to play. It's getting old, and it's got a lot of miles on it. You know, I bought it back in 2012 while we were still living in Washington. Then we had to have it packed up, and it went all the way to Alaska. I played the fuck out of it in Alaska, and then we had to bring it all the way down here. That's a lot of mileage, and this computer has gone through a shit ton. So that's why there is no game video today, because I am coming to the realization that I need to start thinking about getting a new desktop computer. Now, I could have easily put something on my laptop and played that, but I just ran out of time because I was trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with my computer. It's old. It's just old. The processor is it's old. I don't even know if they make them anymore. It can't even overclock anymore. It's not a bad computer, and it's one that we would still end up keeping around to kind of teach the kids how to use a computer as well, but the way I see it, I think next year we'll probably end up getting a new desktop, and it's going to be one that we're going to end up customizing so that it works for everything that we do. Also, so that we don't have to continuously rely on the laptop for a lot of the stuff that we do, because a lot of what the fairy does for his job, he has to use the laptop for, and I want him... It's not always fair to him that I use it a lot more than he does, and he needs it for work. So what I'm kind of hoping to do is get the new desktop so that he can use it, so that we can both go back and forth on the computers without feeling like we're putting the other person out. Because that's the one thing that I think we both always worry about is, you know, well, I need it to finish editing my YouTube videos and stuff. Like, well, you gotta get off of it because I need to use it for my work stuff. Like, well, you should have told me you needed to use it for your work stuff. Well, I know, honey, but I really have... It's a back and forth thing sometimes, and it sucks that we're kind of down to one computer that's reliable. And it's not fair to either one of us. And again, it's especially not fair to him. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I want to start slowly saving up for a new desktop. And what I also want to do is I want to buy the pieces for it myself and put it together myself. I don't want to buy one that's already pre-made, knowing full well I'll probably end up having to replace a bunch of stuff in it anyways. Because we had to replace a few things in this one when we bought it. We replaced the power box because it wasn't powerful enough. We ended up getting something that was like twice as powerful because we had to replace the graphics card, because the graphics card was like a standard, oh god, what was it? It wasn't even an NVIDIA card, it was like an AMD card, like a standard removable AMD card, and we ended up having my 760 put into it. My GTX 760 Ti card got put into this. And the card is extremely outdated as well. It's not meant to play Final Fantasy games. It's not meant to play Rocket League. It is not meant to play Homesick and Outlast and all these games that came... Well, Outlast maybe, yeah, but it's not meant to play some of these games that literally came out years after the card was made, years after they stopped making the card. I've put a lot of mileage on this computer, and I'm not the only one. Fairy has too. The kids have played on it. It's gone through, it's been beaten up and broken, taken apart and put back together by myself and the movers and my fairy, it's just all of us. We've put a lot of pain and suffering, and I'm shocked. Just shocked that it hasn't just blown up on us and just it's been like, fuck it, and just died. Because I probably would have, and I wouldn't blame it if it did. So, yeah, no gaming video today because I don't have a lot of time. I want to play Homesick tonight. I think I know how to get my computer stable enough to where it'll do it. But I'm gonna wait till tonight and make it a little more ambience-esque, and I'm gonna wear one of my Halloween costumes. I have two of them because we're also celebrating Dia de los Muertos, which is on the 2nd of November. We also celebrate Dia de los Bruja, or the Day of the Witch, which is Spanish Halloween, I guess you could say. Technically, for us, it's 3 days. You know, the Day of the Witch, the Day of the Saint, and the Day of the Dead. The Day of the Dead one is kind of a the whole prayer altar thing, and that's a little more recent in terms of how we celebrate it, because we kind of borrowed that from Mexico, and I'm sorry. But I made a prayer altar, and I'll put a picture right over here, or over somewhere around here, that you will see of our prayer altar that I made for our family members that passed away the last couple of years. There's Grandpa Guyman, aka the fairy's grandpa. And then there's my Papa Lapora, my mom's dad, that served in the Air Force for over 20 years, and he worked at NASA and Boeing, and he did a lot, especially during the Cold War. And then my Grandpa Boucher, who is my dad's dad, who is a World War II veteran, and he was an amazing guy. He loved fishing and golfing and taking us to the cabin, and whenever there was a new baby in the house, he always had, it was kind of a tradition, he'd take him to this little mobile that would hang down in front of the big TV, and he would take you and he would show you the fishes, because it was like 3D origami fishes on this little, like, very simple mobile, and they were made out of like satin shiny ribbon kind of a thing. It's been a couple of years since I've been there, so I don't quite remember. And then my Nana Jo, who is my great grandmother, or my mom's grandmother, she was the first on my mom's side she was the first of our Spanish family to be born in the United States. She's the first natural born American citizen. I am the 4th generation natural born American citizen in my family. That's not very old compared to some families. So yeah, we get to do that for Halloween this year. So, and I've got my big and I'm not doing the whole, I suck at doing face makeup. I really do. Trying to do a skull mask is gonna be freaking impossible to do. So, oh my goodness. Just a second! Coming! Sorry about that. Apparently there was a snake in our front door, and, little soul dragon didn't want to get anywhere near the front door, so she was banging on my window, which is right over there, which is what I heard. I was afraid I just locked her, and I accidentally locked the door, so she couldn't get in the house, but she didn't want to anyways, because apparently there was a snake near our front door. It's gone now. It was a little one. It was only about, like, maybe that big. It was just like a tiny little garden snake or something. I don't know. It could have been a rattler. Who knows? She didn't stick around long enough to see. What else? Talked about the fact that my computer is a piece of shit. Talked about getting a new computer to replace the one that's a piece of shit. Talked about families. Talked about what we're doing for Halloween. Oh! I will be posting photos on my Twitter page. Because on my Twitter and maybe probably my Instagram as well. I don't know about Tumblr. I don't use it very often. I don't even use my Facebook page anymore. I don't like Facebook. I use it to connect with friends and family and some of the stuff army-wise. It's so ad-based now. It's kind of ruined itself, which I hate when social media does that. That's why I stopped using MySpace page before it started becoming uncool to have MySpace. It just became too ad-esque, which is why I'm using my Facebook page only for family stuff now. I don't even use the Sarus Strickland anymore. I'm thinking about just getting rid of it. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting pictures of my costumes and the kids' costumes tomorrow. And like I said, you'll see me in one of mine tonight, probably in my black one. I actually made, I get to show you guys. I made this custom hat for my regular costume. As you can see, it's kind of a little galaxy sparkly thing that I'm gonna do with my corset on the blue side, because my I have this underbust corset that, you know, it's a top one. It's two-sided. So one side is kind of like this blue, what is it, like blue and gold? And then the other side, it's like golden brown. So the golden brown one is gonna be for my Day of the Dead outfit, which I'll probably just wear when I take the kids out trick-or-treating. And I'll wear the little galaxy one that goes with my hair tonight and tomorrow afternoon. And when I pick up Soul from school. I don't know when the kids are gonna get in their costumes. Probably later on, around 5:30. That way they're not running in them all day and get them dirty and stuff. I don't want them eating in their costumes either, because I don't want them to destroy them. So that's everything. So yeah, long story short, computer needs to be replaced. Family hasn't been in the country for very long. Let's see, costumes are done. We've got hopefully plenty of Halloween candy. We have a lot of kids where we live. We didn't have a whole lot of kids go trick-or-treating when we lived in Alaska because it was so cold. It was snowing during Halloween and it would be really, really cold. So people didn't want to take their kids out trick-or-treating. What they would do is they'd take them to the battalions and like meeting halls and community centers, and then have little Halloween parties and do it like that. It was just a lot better off for everybody because not a lot of kids would go trick-or-treating, so we'd barely have to get any candy. We'd still have a bunch left over. Here, there are a shit ton of children, and they love candy. And of course, I'm the only adult here, and the kids aren't old enough to go trick-or-treating by themselves, especially my son, because he's only 4. I mean, my daughter's 8. If she went with friends, that would be just fine, but he's gonna go. I want to be there with him, and I'm gonna record it, and I'm gonna post it on November 1st. I'm probably gonna edit it that night, or tomorrow night after I'm done recording, and then post it. And Halloween trick-or-treating, there's special rules on base as to what you are and are not allowed to do, and how long you are allowed to trick-or-treat. You're only supposed to trick-or-treat from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You're not supposed to be out after that trick-or-treating. I don't know what'll happen. I don't know. Yeah, there's a 2-hour window, and then I guess they start telling people that you need to go home, kind of a thing, because it's an army base. They're gonna do that whether you like it or not. But yeah, that's everything. So hopefully you'll get to see a gaming video tomorrow, and then you'll get to see the trick-or-treating video with the kids in their costumes and me in my costume, and get to see what a army base looks like and realize it just looks like, or what a army housing area looks like, and then you'll realize it just looks like a boring suburban housing area like everywhere else on the fucking planet. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Sarus Drake. I love each and every one of you, and I will talk and play for you in the next episode. Bye-bye! Oh, you're a fucking piece of shit, aren't you? I'm sorry, baby, but... oh, it's time to go.